right, we have hit the button and the house did not catch on fire, so we are all set and ready to go for another Super Robot Wars, or Super Robot Sundays here on Sound God Gaming. To continue our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 30, I'm as always Bograt.
I'm Undergreen.
And I'm Vincent.
And between streams here, did all the other onboard, 5-wave, whatever missions. They were all basically just a whole bunch of enemies slam themselves into our stuff and explode violently. But doing so allowed us to get enough MXP to finish off the AOS tree, and also every single one of the units we actually field is all the way up to level 20 now, and we've started getting level 13 weaponry on stuff. Basically, we are far beyond stats needed to trivialize the entire rest of this game.
Yep.
I mean, if the game is going to give us the tools to break it, why shouldn't we?
Now, we're on to arbitration.
So, I've had the urge to play the Super Robot Wars title. I don't own 30. I'm probably going to be picking up Y when it comes out. But I've been looking into, what is there that's portable option other than the Switch titles? And I haven't found much that has been officially done.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not a whole lot that actually ever got official translations.
Right. But because of that, I've looked up, fan translations. And I found out that one of the DS ones, W, apparently got a full translation.
Full translation's doing a lot of heavy lifting in that statement. Not a good translation, and about 30% of it is machine translation.
Oh, was not aware of that.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Because I was going to say, after we're done with Y, if there's nothing else.
Oh, we've got plenty of other things stacked up.
Okay.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. There's a lot of, before we have to get into, honestly, extremely janky fan translations. First off, there's actually a really good translation for A Portable.
Which system is that for?
That was originally PSP, I believe.
Okay.
Which I have and I played. That one, it was done by the same translation group that did the translation for Overworld, Eugen Overworld.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's actually a pretty solid translated patch. And even beyond that, there's stacks and stacks of fan games that are basically Super Robot Wars based that we've talked about doing. Cause for instance, the Toho Fairy Wars series is actually extremely good. There is the HoloLive Super Robot Wars fan game, which is still in progress, still a lot of work being done on it, but is already a extremely solid Super Robot Wars to the point where the guy making that one, I think we've talked about this before, literally essentially built an entire engine capper, because you know how there's stuff for RPG Maker of hey, here's a stack of tools to make a Pokemon game in RPG Maker, etc., etc. This dude basically did an entire engine accessory kit to make Super Robot Wars games.
Nice.
And is developing that alongside the HoloLive SRW. The HoloLive SRW does really interesting things too, because it has a whole element system where everyone has an elemental basis, and there's a obviously elemental interaction tree, and all of the HoloLive VTubers basically have 2 elements, and you can basically take a turn to switch between them. So that adds a whole other level of strategic, tactical aspect to it of I can lose a turn in order to do this, but it's going to make the rest of it much better, etc., etc. So. Yes, we've been dealing with aliens for about 3 months now, but somehow he's still shocked and amazed. Real unidentified flying objects. We've literally fought probably extra-dimensional beings. What the fuck, dude?
Multiple alien enemy, one other weird sub-dimension.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to when the Gridman casts finally get to the concept of aliens are behind this. Why are you shocked? You know this.
Yeah. And yeah, as far as other options too, there's also just the original Super Robot Wars OG game for the Super Nintendo has an extremely solid translation patch.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I've mainly been looking for ones to play on my 3DS with custom firmware. But sadly, all the PSP and PSP Vita options are
yeah,
just not there. That was actually what led me to discovering that W had a
yeah.
quote, complete.
Like the translation patch for Double is fine. It's just
It's not great quality.
yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm probably going to play it regardless, but if it's not a great translation, there's no reason for us to go through it at any point. Other than maybe make fun of it. But realistically,
I'm not going to make fun of the fan translation. That's a little on the mean side.
you'll make fun of the fan translation, but you make fun of the machine.
I mean, I can bully a toaster all I want. It's still a toaster. All right, this one.
That's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to get really wild, we could go back and play the very original Game Boy Super Robot Wars. Yeah, quite a number of them have full translations. Obviously, the original Game Boy one has a full translation. Dai 2G, Dai 3G, Dai 4G all have. Dai 2G and Dai 3G. The 4G one isn't ever got finished. Like I said, Masaoki Kishin, The Lord of Elemental, which is the one that Masaki Ando is from. That one's fully playable translation. A Portable has one. EX has one. GC is fully playable.
This is the first. I'd like to say only map of these things.
This seems like
So?
this seems like a one episode plot from the series.
It is absolutely a subplot from the series, but that aside. Yeah, other than that, they actually have map attack.
Could also technically do the fully playable translation patch of SD Gundam World Gachapon Senshi Scramble Wars. At some point, we can lose our fucking minds, and I do actually have my hands on them, and God, I don't know if we would want to actually do this to ourselves. But there are translations now for the first two Sakura Wars games.
What systems were they on?
The Sega Saturn.
Ooh.
I am scared that my first thought was literally to sound like Saturn titles.
Oh, they were Saturn. Yeah, they were absolutely Saturn titles. I have a working Saturn emulator. I've played through the entirety of the first game. Only reason I haven't played through the second one is because the actual translation patch came out like 2 weeks ago.
I almost got a Saturn specifically for the Magic Knight Rayearth game. Like in 2001, I think. translations. So the Lunar collection came out a little while ago, and I was sad to discover that they have translated it. It's no longer the working design script. And it is weird because they redid the vocal songs, but they didn't like rewrite them or anything. They're the same songs, just sung by a different voice actress, who sounds like she's trying to hit the same notes, but it's just barely noticeably different.
Yeah, the earlier Soccer Wars games are substantially different than the one we ended up playing. They definitely did a lot of evolution over the series.
Now he's angry or
Full to bursting with getter rays.
oh, finally.
The game was
Ah. Right, that's what got slammed in this one.
I mean, we haven't seen him for a while. Yeah, of course.
I suck at quiz shows. I'm out.
Like to note that not about Carlo. No, this is about Carlo. But every time I see the alien Barack being mentioned, my brain just immediately goes, "Hi, my name is Barack."
I missed the beginning. What was the setup for this?
Yeah.
To the log.
I mean, we can look it up. It doesn't matter. You don't actually get a choice on this one.
Oh, are we 2 and 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
So, from what I caught of it was something happens. Do you eat the food that's in front of you that may be poisoned, or wait for your owner to show up?
Change the food out. Yeah.
Which one are we supposed to?
We need the left answer, so that's going to be take fate into my own hands.
Oh, there we go.
Up a little further. Keep going. You're a simple beast, only able to judge things by your physical senses. Owner has left food out for you. However, this food is different from what is usually given to you. Your instincts suggest this food could be poisoned. However, 10 days later, your owner has not changed the food for anything else. If you do not choose to eat the food, you will starve. However, it could be poisoned, and your owner might change the food tomorrow. Eat the food despite the fear of poison, or do you wait for your owner to come?
I mean, the choice has already been made for us, but it's actually the choice I would pick.
Yeah, the choice we're picking anyway is the choice I would actually.
And the controller turned off.
The controller has also made its choice.
That was take fate into your own hands.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the controller is dead.
Okay. We can. Shiv, can you grab the spare charger out of my deck case? Plug it in.
You need no explanation. We're fucking off. This is dumb.
Like in the bottom section. You can lift the Steam Deck. Okay.
Then the plant blew up.
Wait, are there any points on this mission for
You
anything?
just need the brick and the cable on it. Everything else in there is other accessories. That's an HDMI adapter. And the other thing is a hard drive.
Oh boy, someone else crashing the party.
There's a
Nice.
plug by the couch there.
That's right. This is news. By that I mean the ship.
Over here for that.
If there is a plug over on that side, they blocked it with the rack, so.
Take a look.
I'm looking. That appears to be. Oh, wait. That's second key close.
Okay, so we can move it over there.
Yep.
Thankfully, this cutscene is so long that our technical difficulties can resolve themselves between it. No, it's not over someone at least.
Yes. Because it's technically closer, even if not much more.
I'm not trying to pull a cord across Krampus's chest, at least.
Strap in.
I mean, in fairness, that's his decision. If I were there, I probably would have run it behind me rather than in front of me.
I
He did.
tried that too, and it still didn't reach.
No, but Vince wasn't complaining about it not reaching. He was complaining about trying to run it across your chest.
I mean, both are a problem. But
Alternatively, just get up, swap to the couch. Not like you can't physically
No,
move.
no, no, it's
lies
impossible.
and slander. We are glued to the couch.
We have designated seats and we will stick to them.
The only thing glued to that couch is fucking blocks of wood to fix it after Wilkins broke that shit.
Listen, I'm not getting up for anything short of musical chairs.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The first time we had a gathering over here, he like came down on it at like a weird angle and it bent the actual middle feet of the couch.
Oh,
So there's bits of 2x4 on there that are glued and screwed to the actual legs of the couch.
I don't know if that says something about him or about Amazon furniture.
I mean, there's a $150 Amazon couch.
I would like to note I am the biggest person in our group and I have not destroyed a chair yet.
Yet. I think. Are you and I the only ones who haven't?
Probably.
Okay.
And this thing we'll use by virtue of it being a ship.
Yep.
Basically.
Kill the monster and all the people in that city.
Take that, Machu Picchu.
It's ruins. There aren't any people in that city.
Not anymore.
Haven't been people in that city in a very long time.
Wow, that
But
weapon.
there have been tennis matches.
Let-
To be
let-
fair, I don't know if this is actually Machu Picchu. Choose plates anyway.
Unless that beam fucking went back in time, it didn't kill any innocent people.
Let's be fair. Sometimes weird stuff happens in the Super Robot Wars game. That is a potential
I need
possibility.
a character who has a beam that hits forward and backwards in time at all once.
I mean, that's technically Ideon.
I'm just imagining now this giant beam that you fire and it disappears and the enemy goes, that's it? Oh no, the beam from my childhood! And he explodes into nothing.
Just fades away. It's like, where'd he go? He died years ago. Why are you asking about him?
I mean, also, let's be real here, Shiv. It wouldn't be any stupider than what Buddy Complex actually was.
Fair.
Yeah. No, we.
At least we have a zero system. I should figure that out.
Yep. Thank God for the zero system to tell us, don't.
Thank God our real heroes are here, Eagle Vision and Geo Metro.
That's right.
Yes, Primera is sub-pilot.
I've already has sub-pilot.
Yep.
破壊の使徒ここで叩く来衝撃者
He too has a ferry co-pilot.
反爆殺手
I mean, that makes sense for the city.
Yes, this is not the weird instance of like 3 Tomino series in a row who have a main character who has a fairy friend or something.
A fairy phase.
But 'tis weird that it has happened thrice.
Is it that weird? How often does Tomino go into a hating women phase?
That's just life for him.
For those of you playing the game not in streamer mode, there actually is a different soundtrack for this suit specifically.
Oh, it's not taking streamer mode.
It's not technically streamer
without the music DLC.
It is manually activated streamer mode.
Effectively, yeah.
It's not a toggle, but it is go in and set everything back to the default MIDIs. Because we're not even technically playing without the music DLC anymore because it accidentally got turned on the one time when I was doing off-stream stuff, and so we couldn't turn it back off and still continue to save. So we just had to go back in and manually set everything back to its default music, other than the getter.
Tomoよ、今こそ我らの力を見。我らが立てぬものなし。
I'll say, at least in Dunbean, the fairy companion kind of at least half makes sense. Because, like, fairies are just a thing in Dunbean, and it's, like, sort of a fantasy world and all that stuff. The one in Elgheim is really fucking weird because she's literally the only fairy. She is explicitly the last living fairy. And it's entirely like a sci-fi setting.
They have space fairies, and all the rest of them are dead.
It's not this weird sci-fi fantasy, but also the afterlife, different dimension. Dunbean is weird.
It's also not much explicitly stated in the series, so to some extent it's open to interpretation / whatever Tomino said later.
Yeah. Just becomes exceptionally weird because it's ostensibly supposed to be an analog for the afterlife, except you can die and be reincarnated in Bistonwell. Which is like already the afterlife.
It's double afterlife.
I mean, what do you think happens if you die in the afterlife?
That's the afterlife.
Yeah. Where else are you gonna go?
Life.
Double hell.
Awfulheim.
Waffle House.
That's just redneck Valhalla.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Valkyries riding in on their Ford F-150s.
Each morning you awaken to engage in combat in the parking lot. Then at the end of the day, as night falls, all those who have fallen arise and enter in to have some hash browns. Smothered, covered, top peppered.
Oh, it's truly the heaven for you.
Never-ending coffee mug doth runneth over.
What end times are the great warriors of the Waffle House?
We rally forth to the battle notes of "There Are Raisins in My Toast," played upon the jukebox of the gods.
4頭の戦いを教えてやれ。ドラゴンのパワーを極限まで引き出す。タイミングを合わせろ。ゲッターシャイン。シャインスパーク。
光と戦いたければ僕を超えていけ。うわ るなら今生き延びるために戦う。とどめだレッドファイブ。
But you suck.
You're asking how you can lose a fight. Have you ever won a fight?
Does everyone turn into a gun?
Mostly. This one's a really big gun, though.
Would you guys stop firing beams into space?
Another civilization wiped out.
I do like they transform into a giant gun being held up with the barrel being held up to one of them with two very clear barrels on the front,
Yeah.
and the beam fires directly out of the middle.
Correct.
Fuckers don't know with guns. No wonder they can't hit anything.
And we have a new combination attack, which will be usable by one character, because we don't deploy anyone else from that series. It's also worse than the best attack anyways. Now returning to our regularly scheduled Astral Weapon.
Alright, what were we doing? Alright, killing.
there's that out, so we need to ensure that we get yet another with the same image as our cover for this video. Extra large base, go!
パターンが分かれば対策くらいするよ。一気に行く。きつい。思ったよりあっけなかったね。
Okay. I have contemplated downloading the image and just making it a thumbnail for the entire series.
Yeah, he has real, actual big boy boss stats.
Get next to... Okay. It's just a bit above 50% right now, I guess. Alright. Couple of them. What the fuck did I live on the board? Oh.
Hi. Just ignore us.
Go away, we're hiding.
I mean, there. Definitely really well hidden.
blending with the environment when we had cliffs covering us. No, no, he perceives us. No. You're already dead.
Oh, that's just the extra stuff for killing things.
Yeah.
I don't think that would work. Ah, damn it. I'm trying to push you with little at worst he retreats and I wasn't going to get him anyways. Still no. There we go. He has potential. I don't know, guard. Because I'm enough morale though for it to actually trigger, so that doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh, he's talking about the engineers. Or that's only at like 10 volume.
Ah, yes, the Divine Civilization, Eos.
Ah, mosquito.
Ah! Just think of the thing from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Pesky bee.
Actually, my brother was an ass. You did us all a favor.
I wouldn't be upset. It's literally the reason she's like there's something here to begin with.
Seriously, he nearly destroyed our world because he couldn't keep it in his pants.
Maybe you guys consider maybe it's okay for like the pillar to have a relationship.
No.
Well, I guess we have to kill both of you then.
What, you think we built this thing? We're idiots.
I mean, there are, but I've seen what the Federation has built.
Do you mean to tell me this ship is powered by the soul of a forsaken MILF?
Not a whole.
Because it was funny.
Yeah, it's like that thing below space.
I mean, it's how subs work in space. Is Commander Fikes a SRW 30 character or
Yes,
is he from-
yes.
Okay.
Is an SRW original.
I feel like if this was a Dark Souls game, she would have been preceded with amazing chest ahead.
Hey, Shiv, you hit a button on there for me. HC YBA.
Have you checked your vitals?
Took me a few seconds to figure out what that was for, but I figured that. Why do I have a feeling she's the next FF14 raid boss? Oh, I just realized that means we've hit the next Moogle Tombstone event. We're coming up on our second Alliance raid.
Yep.
Nice. So, out of curiosity, for that background shot, does the way that scale tip change depending on which choices you made?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Like, that would be a very interesting choice.
I do not have the free time nor care to play through this game to the point where I get right instead of left.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could not tell you. I would not be surprised if they just literally invert the image, though.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
That's all you would need. Everything in this room is basically symmetrical.
Yeah, no, I didn't say it would be tough. I'm just saying, like, I'm wondering if they actually have it flipped for if you've picked right side for the scene.
I don't think they do.
AutoZam goggles. Next chapter.
It's also brought us to the end of a chapter.
Yep.
Hear me, judges. I have brought forth many various ethical conundrums.
Well, there's an actual reason for it, but we'll get into that later.
I most certainly didn't steal these from past philosophies of the people.
I asked them the trolley problem, and they didn't immediately dumpster me. That weighs in their favor.
5 ethical questions to
How's
test
the
your
answer? No one fucking cares.
As really tempting as what follows me. Well, actually, it's stuff we do.
Yes.
5 surprising philosophy questions. You won't believe what Kinder said for number 3.
Okay, so we gained 3 new characters, so we have 3 new ace chats.
You know, it happens. I heard you made Ace by, coming on board.
Existing.
So it seemed. I don't know what that means. I will say this, she is the fanciest fairy on board.
We only have 2.
Am I wrong?
It's hard
Yes,
to
the other one
compare.
has a flight suit. Way fancier.
The other one's the last of her kind.
I don't know, maybe that one's the last of their kind. I don't remember enough about Wraith to remember if there's any other fairies.
There are. Like, Pakona is technically fairy.
That is true. Kona is also a destroyer of worlds, but that's a different
That's
canon.
not until later.
Here, eat this hockey. Sorry, Baki. Can't use the actual name for it.
Alright, let's see.
Lucky stars.
Okay. Hmm. Sure. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to recommend we do Dark Invitation. 'Cause that one actually does get blocked out by a different one.
Okay.
And one of the different ones. It technically gets blocked out by 3 other possible ones, and one of those 3 is one we definitely want to do. So,
Got it.
yeah, this will get us Clef and Saphirans as a supporter. You can actually just outright fully miss out on that.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that will block it out is A Mother's Awakening, which is the one I'm expecting we do next, because that gets us Grid Knight.
Ah.
And the other optional we want to prioritize is the Happiness, because that gets us upgrades for Van and Dan of Thursday.
Okay, that's where he gets his final attack.
Yep.
How can you tell? Having to actually finally watched all the Gridman, I really like Or and Caliber. I actually ended up liking a lot of the characters in that series,
Yeah, no, it's a great series.
except for Utsumi. Kind of a dickbag. Also, my one theory was incorrect about why they were called the Jinkai.
Yes. No, they're called that literally as an homage to the original Gridman series.
Yeah.
There's no actual in-universe reason, as far as I know.
I actually intended on looking something up and I forgot to see if Alexis Carib is like from the original Gridman.
Not exactly. He's
Hey,
yes.
character Alexis Carib in SSS is highly implied to be Chief Overjustice from Space Patrol Ruka.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was actually, there was a sequel series to the original Gridman that was planned called Gridman F, in which Alexis Carib was going to be the villain, but that series never actually came to be.
Ah, okay.
They ended up using the naming for the new series and styled him very much on the designs of Overjustice.
Well, and also specifically, the voice actor for Alexis Carib, Tetsuya Inada,
Is
said in
also-
an interview that Akira Amamiya, the director of SSS's Gridman, told him that Alexis is neither a cosmic being nor immortal, but rather the corrupted form of Overjustice himself, specifically his future self. During his thousands of years of multiverse journeying after the fight against Black Holian, Overjustice became corrupted and turned into Alexis Carib until Gridman restored him with the use of a fixer beam.
Okay.
Another interview that like throws some of that into a like it is Overjustice, but it's not like a 100%.
It's also like been theorized that he may have just been making a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like there is the same exact voice actor. The design for him is very much reminiscent of the
Yeah.
We'll find out whenever they make the next meta Triggerverse series of some sort.
I mean, he's also his design is based off of Overjustice and Evil Optimus Prime.
Yeah, okay, I could see that. Yeah.
Like, not even a joke. He's literally based off of Scourge, otherwise known as Black Convoy from Transformers: Robots in Disguise.
Also, all the Transformers.
Yeah, he has some extremely passing similarities to Condigifer, which is the villain from the original Gridman series. But like again, he was actually going to be the villain of the sequel series to Gridman that never happened, and never made it even far enough into development to have like concept designs for what that villain's supposed to look like. So we have no idea if it's anything based on what that villain.
Speaking of Gridman, later in 30, does he end up getting the original design?
Yes.
Yes.
You can
Nice. It looks so good.
It's like I think the very last mission before we enter the in-game process.
Something like that. Yeah, it's,
Makes sense.
it's extremely
It's
late.
when we're dealing with Alexis Carib.
I was gonna
Final
say,
boss material.
yeah, I was gonna say, seeing when it appears in the series makes perfect sense. It was also one of the things of, I know that look, I know that look. I watched that show. I have had a mild urge to watch it again, just to see how bad it actually was, without looking at it through kids' eyes.
Well, it's on Tokuzilla.
I know, I know.
And if you watch it again and you're like, wow, this actually really didn't hold up all that well, I must have been stupid as a kid, you can make yourself feel better by then watching Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog. Being like,
See-
okay, no, maybe it's not so bad.
See, that is always going to be the thing is, wow, this is bad, but it wasn't Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog bad.
Pretty much.
There is a bottom.
It's like, I'm not going to lie. I feel like Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog may actually compare unfavorably to tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
That's a powerful statement.
I know it is. Krampus, have you tried watching Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog anytime recently? Because I did last year.
No, I have not actually.
Wait till you do that.
I
as a
tried
drunk viewing
last
night.
year. I could not make it through more than 3 episodes.
Like I said, we need it as a drunk viewing night.
I do remember when I was
Actually.
I do remember when I was a young child and watching it, thinking that I had that exact same like armor plate from Fisher Price
Oh, absolutely.
that you wore.
Wow, you had the licensed material before they made the material.
Very much the same thing of like Ghostface from Scream actually just being a generic Halloween mask that existed long before the movie.
Yep.
It's like, no, they literally just went down to like a Halloween store and were like, okay, we need like 4 night costumes. All right, well, we got these ones over here. No, dude, those are way too expensive. What's in your dollar bin?
We're here during June for
My budget for costuming is like $35, and I got monsters to make. Like, I think the major difference between Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog and all the other, like, well, Power Rangers is popular, quick, let's throw some shit together to try and capitalize on that, is all the other ones knew they were shit being thrown together to try and
Oh,
capitalize
yeah.
on it. Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog genuinely thought it was going to be good.
sometimes the kayfabe.
Like, nobody involved in the making of VR Troopers was like, yeah, we're going to get an Emmy for this. I mean, it's not Masked Rider Dragon Knight.
Still think that was one of the better jokes in a while. Imagining all the other Kamen Riders that they'll make for that they could have made for Zio, for another rider, and one of the ones like probably the kid has it, but he's got an Emmy in his hand, and he goes, "Now you are another award-winning Kamen Rider Dragon Knight," and shoves the Emmy in his chest.
Can confirm, all I needed was the warships.
Yep.
Like if it wasn't an homage to the Heisei, I would have loved for them to have. You are another American Masked Rider.
There is actually a reference to Masked Rider Dragon Knight in the Ryuki stuff in Zio.
Oh,
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay then.
We'll get to it when we're actually. Literally, the next thing we're watching is the Rider Time Kamen Rider
Yeah.
Ryuki. There is actually a reference to Masked Rider Dragon Knight in there.
and
It's
Mom.
like really extremely subtle. It's not even like a spoken line. It's literally a prop
Yeah.
that exists in the background, and you have to kind of know about Masked Rider Dragon Knight to even remotely catch it, but it is there.
Is there Emmy?
No.
I was saying no. He would have already said it was the Emmy if it was Emmy.
No, it is specifically a book that is in one of the areas, has the little, like, bull head on it. And it's in the mirror world, so it's reversed, so you even have to be able to, like, read it in reverse to read what it says, but it literally says the word Torque as, like, the title of the book, which was the name of the green bull Masked Rider in Dragon Knight.
Nice. A good subtle nod that'll be missed by probably 99% of your audience.
Yes.
They did that for them. Safety first. Angry Hanger. Hi.
Fucked up. This is the first time we've been attacked by people directly on our ship.
We're just here because it's Taco Tuesday. Where are the tacos?
It was before, like, half our pilots could probably take these. That's before.
He has a lightsaber?
Yes.
That's before we get to the actual, just regular people side to Ultraman.
That's sci-fi protagonist from the 80s. If I had a lightsaber, it's probably one of the least surprising things, honestly.
I'd say they need security on the ship, but honestly, almost all the pilots are security.
Yeah, again, that's what, like shit was just saying. It's like, great, you've broken into our ship. Even if you make it past, like, Ryoma putting you in a headlock until your head pops like a zit, we have Ultramen!
Yep.
And also, like, the ship is apparently, like, the corridors on the ship are apparently large enough for the Brave police to just walk around, and they have a fucking
have an
office.
office.
To be fair, that office is a converted hangar.
Yes.
Yes, but the ship is still like a mile and a half long. This thing is fucking nonsensically large.
Also, like, the Magic Knights just have magic, dude.
yeah.
Like, they actually, like,
The first half of the first season, they do not have magic.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
they don't have
the rune gods aren't like a thing for like the first like 15 episodes.
Yeah. Like, even if they didn't have magic, they have weapons that they do know how to
Got a
use.
sword.
Yep.
They also have friendship high fives.
Camille is somewhere around here, and 10 minutes into the series he's from, he fucking judo flips a cop. Like,
It's true. Bright's here, he'll punch a bitch.
Bright calmly walking down a corridor, eating a cheese,
slapping him.
slapping the shit out of monsters.
Amuro, what the fuck are you going to do in this
He's gonna
corridor?
punch a bitch. Is what he's gonna do.
I mean, this is CCA Amuro.
That's true, fair.
She's got a gun.
Yeah,
I
that's technically a wand,
was gonna say, that's a weird looking gun. Okay, it's a wand. Yeah, that makes sense.
as is the
It's a wizard gun.
as is the rifle sword that Kid has.
I was gonna say, that's a wand with a bayonet on it.
Yes. Mind you, these are not typical wands. Again, Ernie made this bullshit.
Yep. Also, I
So
just realized
even better magical gun.
Yes.
they also realized they have Caliber there, who does some fucking insane shit with the swords.
Sakura and Gemini, who are both master swordsmiths. And Yeriko, who's just crazy.
Also has guns.
Got the power
Also-
of God. and
Also, I'm
anime.
pretty sure they could just use their Kobus in the fucking
100%
quarters.
Yeah, the Kobus are not that big. I think if I remember when we looked it up, they're like 8 feet tall. They're
Yeah.
significantly smaller than the Brave Police.
Now you're fucked
Yeah,
up.
now you're fucked.
Also, you could have Gridman here. He just needs to reduce his power to
be-
the size.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Both of the Combattler team and the other one also have just a bunch of skills. Like one's a ninja.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, Combattler and Voltez are fucking 70s robot anime
and
protagonists.
Sangar Volton
Again, another master swordsman.
are just wandering around the hallway.
Also, I'm sure it'll bullshit out of his ass.
Punch yourself in the face. Wham!
Nova being just like, what the fuck?
Nova trying to pull the, like, I'm just a little girl, nobody hurt me. And everyone else hesitates. Ryoma just literally grabs her by the hair, slams her face into the deck, and starts running.
There's this attack from the outside. You're like the most advanced warship. I can assure you, the Striker does not need the active deployment of units to take care of any map wrong.
Yeah, that remnant from the Divine Civilization woman comes by with a bat. I'm not owned! Jumps out of the hole.
Get a little notification of the disturbance nearby. Iris trips her on the way out.
Oh god, I fell into the water. Hi, Auntie. A character who I hated at the start of the series and loved at the end.
This is why we can't
We can't
do this one after her mother's awakening.
Yeah. Is there any Kane points on this one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because this one's odd.
Not technically a Gridman mission.
No, it's just because
They
there
sometimes
are earlier Gridman missions you can do after
Yes.
certain events happen. They just talk about them being flashbacks.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
the beach episode. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember when I tried to kill you guys.
Yes, also I do love
Sorry
that,
about that.
I do love that their plan was, haha, I have distracted you while you blew up over your machines. It's like, we have Astanage, right? It's gonna be like 10 minutes. Like,
We use more powerful explosives. Okay, 15 minutes. What do you fucking do?
At the grid or the Gridman is just gets summoned.
yeah.
You already saw the Ultraman. They just
Yeah, they're in their suits.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, genuinely, like, we have Astanage, Ernie, and the fucking dwarves here. You cannot do significant enough damage to our suits to put us out of commission for any significant amount of time.
The Brave Police are in their office and probably fine.
confused by that a car and a motorcycle, and a power lifter. You just didn't attack those.
No, they're all in the office doing paperwork.
Oh yeah, that's another one that could just be in the corridors if it needed be. Kiriko and the scope dog.
Yep.
And like, that's all you fucking need. I don't care if you've sent an army on board the Dreadstrager. Kiriko is here. You're in trouble.
Yeah, this is one of those all I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men moments.
Yeah. The Rune Gods wouldn't even be on the ship because they're literally summoned whenever they're needed.
Greg had a lot of deployed, doesn't he? No, he's right there. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
They scratched the pink. That was it. Let's be honest. I'd have to say one of my favorite parts about Gridman was watching Anti anytime it wasn't as a kaiju.
Yes.
Just him trying to like, dude.
Yes. Human form Anti is absolutely great. These highly important characters from Magic Rare, who everyone definitely remembers now.
Like, you meet Clef in the first episode, then he turns into a statue for the entirety of the first season.
Like, Clef is fine. Clef is memorable. Clef is a significant character. Who the fuck remembers Lakarga?
Who?
That's one of the alternate evolutions of Macargo.
Yeah, right?
I think it's one of the friendship evolutions.
Fucking friendship, I believe.
Alright, so we have Anti,
Yep.
some fucking trash.
Yeah, a bunch of Gilgulas and stuff.
That guy in particular.
And then, yeah, the liver.
This is just defeat all enemies, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's get back to our previously scheduled beating his ass in. Oh, this is not actually going to kill him. Huh.
It is actually a fairly like you can. That is actually 12,000 HP left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Character design for the captain there reminds me of one of the characters' very early Metaphor, which I've been playing through and enjoying.
Oh, what the captain of the Wyver?
Yep.
I mean King Bradley.
Okay, he does have a little bit of King Bradley there too, yeah. Like the second you said it, I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would certainly hope so.
You never know.
You've activated his secret ability that when he's below 500 health, every attack only deals 1 damage.
It'll take me like 3 turns to get through that.
It would take you. It would take you 1 attack, and you use the trick attack, the X action. Because Horatio sucks. Bad at his job. Like if Ernie were an idiot.
This is just dude from the one with Harlock in it and his photon battleship all over again.
Pretty much. Alright, now to go blow the shit out of a bunch of dudes in rubber suits.
We're actually going to start with Anti. Because he gets more annoying when his morale goes up and he likes things blowing up.
Yep.
Like everyone does.
I was gonna say.
That's right, that's just a good skill.
Yes, it is just straight up 30 SP to all allied main pilots.
Remember it for later when we start rotating these people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Clef and Zephyrans are not by any means a bad supporter. Also why it is really significant that they can just straight out be missed.
kind of curious to see how, like, which supporters are going to be the good ones in
Voice is so
Y. Like, especially with the fact that they leveled up. I'm not gonna lie, the father looks the same age as the son.
That's because he is.
Yeah.
Time travel involved.
Oh, that makes sense. I think I missed. I think I wasn't here. Session where we
a
got.
time travel younger
It's-
version of his father.
It's not even that his father intentionally time traveled. It is that the evil train mech basically, in a gross oversimplification, essentially his father as a child was kidnapped by the time traveling evil train mech.
And his father was also trying to prevent himself from making the train in the first
Correct.
place.
Which is why it then time traveled to kidnap him so that it couldn't stop it from be stopped from existing.
I'm not sure why you're holding your head. This is by no means the stupidest thing we've seen in this game.
No, just having random like headache pain stabs. I don't know if it's related to this information or not.
See, his father put his heart in a box.
No, first his father sent himself back in time into a younger version of himself. You have to put your heart in a box, travel forward in time, and have people there who remember you who can open the box and create a new body for you. Their memories of it. It's simple stuff.
Yes, we saved his father from evil time travel mech, which then allowed them to merge train mech and other train mech into super train mech.
Correct.
And we got his dad as kid as support. It is important to note that when this all went down and essentially they were able to like break the brainwashing on child father and immediately were like, I'm your son from your future. His dad was just like, okay.
Cool. Then.
Took zero convincing, no rejection, no like doubt whatsoever. Just like, oh yeah, that tracks. I made a time traveling train mech and it turned evil to stop me from deciding not to make it. Yeah, that tracks.
That's right. Random kid shows up in a train, says it's my son. Yeah, probably.
Right. Time for getting me.
Guy in that rubber suit never had a worse day in his life.
Man, the suits are hard to move. Ah!
The things I do like about Grimmon is how much they look like they could do it
Yes.
to be like rubber suit villain.
Yes, they do a great job, especially with the Gogillas. The Gogillas absolutely
Yes.
100%
Like the way the head like bobs around.
look perfectly like just straight up old Toku villains.
Yeah.
Like Ultraman and shit like that, where it was just like, okay, that's straight up a dude in a rubber suit, and like there is maybe at best like a stick or an arm inside that head.
Like it's flopping around like crazy. It's hit else. It's great.
Something they did for the first one that they didn't do for any others was, we figured out his weakness because part of it's flaking off, like it was an imperfectly made
Yeah.
model. I love that.
Yep. Three of them. It's about as many cat with the wings of light.
console. This one's both easier and harder because of the terrain.
Yeah. Like, we haven't had this terrain level nonsense for a while, but I'd actually forgotten it was a thing. I wonder what would make that actually much easier to read. If they had actually done it like blocks.
A lot easier to read if they didn't do stupid hill in the middle of that one bubble.
What if I just had a top-down view?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, or just like angle the fucking grid.
Yeah.
Like, don't just like create these huge visible gaps in the grid by virtue of fucking like, oh well, this is raised up, so we have to. No.
Yeah. Or don't. Thank you, Zero System.
Like, they're never gonna fix it. This exact map
Yeah.
with this exact fail has been done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's just how they've always done elevation differences in Super Robot Wars. Like that's just a thing. It's just,
This one, there's the city with the buildings that have raised elevation.
Yep.
So it's a paint on top and then it's on it.
oh no, I'm talking like all the way back at like Super Nintendo had maps that had different elevation that did literally the same thing. Like it's just how they do elevation differences on the grid.
It's a lot of copy and pasting previous work.
Less than you'd think, realistically, seeing as they change engines pretty frequently.
They change engines, but I would not be surprised if assets are copied a little bit.
It varies. Like a lot of times, so like assets do get reused pretty frequently. Like obviously, like we saw in like the VXT cycle, there was a lot of reuse for like various sprites and stuff like that, and attack animations for the stuff that was in multiple games there. But like every once in a while, they will essentially update to it. They actually did update most of the assets for 30. There's actually very few assets, whether it be sprite-wise or animation-wise or anything like that, that were actually reused in 30 from other games. Mostly because a lot of the stuff they could potentially reuse from 30 hadn't been updated in like a decade. And then we're going to get, Y that has actually a lot of new stuff in it, surprisingly. So they can't really reuse a lot of stuff for
Which
any of the new stuff.
is good in a way.
I think that's actually why a lot of the assets got a refresh in 30 as well, is because there was so much new stuff being included in 30 that it was very much a case of like, well, okay, if we reuse the stuff that's like a decade old, it's going to be real obvious against all the stuff we have to make new.
侍の意地見せてやりますどうか滅却シン行くぞシン猛攻
Like, I want to say, I think Ray Earth is genuinely one of the few things that has reused assets in 30, just because they were pretty recent. I don't think you have to worry much about Nova Hikaru. Like, when she broke onto the ship thinking she was going to get a, real good one-up on you, and then was faced down by like 35 people. I don't know how we all fit in the hallway, frankly. Someone was clinging onto the ceiling like a fucking xenomorph.
I have to replace those tiles.
It's fine, they replace themselves.
Your hair's dumb.
Alright. I remember these are 20?
Yeah. But it is all that is left for MXP to be spent on, so we will start getting piles of power parts.
Yep.
Piles of those power parts. What was the next one?
The Meaning of Happiness or Mother's Awakening are both going to be good for us. Meaning of Happiness is the upgrades for Van, and Mother's Awakening, Good Night.
Let's go with the meaning.
Picaresque also technically gets us something, sort of. We have to do that one, and then that'll unlock the mission that we can get Nay and or whatever.
Okay, so yes, but no, really.
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to use them. We'll go with the meaning of happiness. It's the first one in alphabetical. It's the first one in menu order.
Yep.
Yep.
Have to have some kind of tiebreaker.
So for this one, we need to specifically defeat Michael with Van.
Okay. I'll be extra stupid easy. Okay, Asia, Europe, Africa, and South Africa. But I refuse to acknowledge Europe and Asia as different continents. Europe is a pretend continent. Yes. All Eurasia.
We're all Pangea, technically. All continents.
Listen, until they carve a waterway that can be seen from space to separate themselves from Russia, they're not a continent.
Definition of continent is large island. So
Much like the definition of mountain is larger than a hill, and the definition of hill is smaller than a mountain.
technically, until we carved a canal, North and South America are one land.
Not really disputing that one. You only get one ring on the Olympic flag. And America gets 0.
I was about to ask what's the continent that isn't represented there at all. I realized, duh, Antarctica, the continent which is not sending people.
Well, yeah, that doesn't become an Olympic training ground till the rotation of the magnetic poles shift about 50% of the way, turning Antarctica into a giant desert.
All right, what series are you
And
referring
then
to?
later on, they race against an alien who's a car. Battle athletes.
Okay, I wasn't certain, but I thought it
Where the
was.
training center they participate in.
I've only seen the
is a
OAV.
car.
I haven't actually seen the TVs.
It's a series that is like 24 episodes, 21 of which are mostly
Pretty
standard
normal.
sports anime. 3 episodes are, okay, actually this whole thing has been a guise for training to fight alien in various Olympic-style sports, except the aliens are things like, this is a swimming race, but this alien's lower half is a propeller, or this is a race, but this alien's lower half is a fucking car. A sent car, if you will. Literally smash cut to insanity for the last 3. The car loses to a foot race.
Okay, it's better than the opposite direction of, all right, we're at episode 12. Let's start getting into the major plot of this series so we can finish it off over the next 14 episodes. What do you mean we only get 13?
Yeah, see, that's just
Shit! Principle of identity, go!
that's just
That
poor
makes me
planning.
cry Demon King to you.
Like, there's no way they randomly got 3 extra episodes at the end. So this was always the plan.
Yeah.
They tried throwing him into a volcano. And then firing twin rocket launchers at him. We're not hitting him with the rockets.
Man with the claw has requested a parlay. Tell him no.
No, wait. Tell him yes, then hit that area with our strongest weapon. Fire a black hole cannon at him.
Tell him yes, but tell him the site is inside a volcano. Prepare the rocket launchers. That one kid's hair just makes me think of a Nargacuga.
Make sure there's someone to make fun of that stupid kid. Skillshare.
Got pollution.
Oh boy, here's where this game gets to reveal the Claw's dumb fucking plan.
Yep.
No, Priscilla, because his plan is dumb. Do not worry yourself.
Because it's dumb.
What? Oh shit, the Claw got that high juicy.
Lelouch's just like, no, just let him have this.
I'll crush them for the comrade. Caroso, you're like 2.5 feet tall. I will beat your sister to death with you like a club.
Quickly play the video of what Ryoma did to Nova when she was on the ship.
First, my train mech is going to grab you. And he's going to start running, dragging you along the ground until your DNA test results come back as dirt.
And Orcus is the command room, like, you know what? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Mikazuki. Hit it with a mace.
Fortunately, I don't think we have Mikazuki on the board at the moment.
Everyone else, hit it
Hit
with
it
a mace.
Yeah.
Mikazuki, I need you to beat them until they gain some sense.
I'll be at this all day.
Yeah, that's another interaction that Nova had on the ship. She runs into a room like, oh, it's just a little kid. Oh, he's got a gun.
If he had a gun,
Yeah.
If he didn't have a gun, Mikazuki can't do shit at this point in the series.
Yeah. Yeah, he...
Mikazuki would cripple outside of the...
Yeah.
You think he wouldn't have a gun on him at all times?
Though, to be fair, that means he would be in the hangar, in the bar with
Yeah.
us.
No, he doesn't spend all his time with them. He gets outside.
But most of the time towards
Yeah.
the tail end of IBO. He does get out occasionally, but most of the time he is.
Yeah. Like that.
Although,
is-
also to be fair, like in this, they kind of play it like he's not nearly as disabled from the Ajay Vijana as he was in the actual series too. Because like he's been in cutscenes where it seems pretty clear he's like walking.
Yep.
Yeah, I think at this point they're playing with the he's only lost control of one arm.
Yeah, and not the, like,
Yeah.
basically...
Even though it's not technically accurate to where they would be in the timeline based on the
Yeah.
other stuff going on. Yeah, they are just like.
Yeah, because past the Battle of the Hashmal, he's got nothing below the head that he can move.
Yeah.
I will get revenge from my country, and wow, you got scarier since the last time I saw you.
Not even the same robot? No, I sent this one back in time from another dimension to kick your ass.
That's cheating, and I'm impressed.
全てを切り裂く力をこの手に
Did he just pull that sword from his chest? That's awesome. Oh god, he's using it on me.
この僕が負けるなんて
I'm not owned. I'm not owned. What do you plan to do about it? Well, what I plan to do is irrelevant because Koji just cut him in half.
We'll just keep doing this until one of us falls. It's gonna be him, and I'm gonna have no hand in it.
one more space equipment.
Correct.
Sure, we'll just. Oh, we know Mikazuki.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he needs to be told to hit the mace. He'll do that regardless.
Landed on it anyway.
I am looking forward to when we get the second part of IBO in
Eternal, yeah.
Don't worry, we're gonna do this for the comrade. Yeah, for the comrade. They
Eat
have
this beam.
inter-firing range, ma'am. All right, take care of them.
Yes, eat this beam for the comrade.
I was just trying to soften it up, but fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't soften it up any more than, atomic particles.
不利は承知の上の戦いです。
MMFA ファイナルシーケンスへ移行。
車線上からのエネルギー充電
地方発射
100%。
5秒前2 1
Atomic particles.
That's not true at all. My plan is not stupid.
Yeah.
I can assure you, Mitzvah was not trying to shoot them. Main fire. Go ahead and kill those kids. Also, does the Claw have a personal hairstylist that he keeps around? Do hairstyles like those kids? And if he does, definitely.
No, he does it himself. He makes them hang upside down, then he gels it up so it stays in one place, then he cuts it off with the claw. Aha! I'm sorry, Michael. I heard his plan, and his plan is very dumb.
You can't say that after they bring you to the bunk.
I'm not gonna let some disease get the punch. I want the kill. Birthdays. Happy birthday.
The president comes on. Do not mix me with. I make delicious birthday cakes for you. Make them happy, and also want to create the ultimate greed. But that's besides the point.
I don't remember the reason he wanted to create the ultimate greed.
I think he was trying
To restore the immortal king of humanity.
Yeah. He's trying to restore the king, but he needed a vessel that was completely empty of greed.
Desire, yeah.
Desire.
Right.
Like had no wish of his own. And so inaccurately chose Eiji, not realizing that Eiji's personal wish was not, in fact, not having a wish of his own, but was rather so immense that it was impossible to perceive.
Yep.
Then he became a member of the Japanese Diet.
Yeah.
Whooped Dan Kuroda's ass.
He's probably my favorite of the returning appearances so far.
Yeah, his is really good. Not the least of which because it's not just a, like, random, like, oh, I ran into this dude on the street and it happened to be
Yeah.
such and such common rider that they just made another rider of. It's like, no, it's actually like a whole, like, situation that also, like, makes sense that Eiji would be there in that situation.
Yep. And like, even forgetting that he was a common rider, he's still, it's the same character, just
Yeah.
exactly the same.
He just found something else he could do with the power and knowledge he had to help people.
Yep. Also, another O's design is real good.
Another O's design is really good. The other returning rider appearance I do like, just because of how many, like, fucking backflips they had to do to make it work, was Gaim. Where they had to be like, okay, no, he still is totally a god, but now there's this other dude who's also,
Yeah.
like, the whole, like, another thing did work, and there is, like, a version of him that's like, what if he never became a common rider? But also the god version still exists because he's a god.
Yep. Also, the O's episodes were good because it's like you kept bringing up the moment where Gates realized just how outmatched he is.
Yeah, like, oh, every other time we fought, Zio has been fucking softballing me because he didn't really want to fight me. I will never allow you to harm Michael. Not ever. Okay, then you die first, then he dies.
Thank you, Edge.
I'm just making up biology to read now. So sure.
Wait, see, I have this dartboard. I threw a dart and decided to do whatever it said.
Lloyd, you have a description for this already. What did you do?
I got this anatomical dictionary and just random words out of it.
You really showed up in the wrong place, man.
Can't you see the adults are fighting over here? But he's a kid. Sure.
So is Kill Michael a fan?
Yep. Can do.
Yep.
Let's try this again without an interference play. Alright, now let's make this idiot pay for his hubris.
Bye.
Yes, Spark Event. Attack the defender first.
Yep.
Okay.
Was he? I mean, you have a purpose for the money you're getting. Not that it makes much sense because supporting your sister when she's right here doesn't exactly equate, but
I mean, also, prior to this, they've been separated for like a couple years.
Honey would even make it to her, and also now
that
she's on
that
the ship.
was his stated reason for going for money early in the game.
Yes.
I didn't say it
I'm not
made
saying That's
sense.
the stated reason to pay money.
Yeah.
It's just money obsessed.
Yeah. I did forget to log into the terminal on my laptop, so I won't be able to do that today. But I will probably during the next event that's like you really have to do party composition. I might have you look over what I've got to help with that.
Next thing I really care about party composition will probably be
The next Master League.
Master League.
I mean, I don't care about meeting the numbers on it. I just care about getting into the Master rank,
Yeah.
which I have not had any trouble with.
I don't imagine the Thunderbolt event is going to have all that good. So, you do know there's going to be another map event, and if it's anything like the last one, the score attack may require.
That'll probably, because I didn't take the 80K.
That can also be a case of, like, you could hit 80K manually on
I tried. I hit 75, I think. I was like just under. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I could do differently, and it's the last base. I don't care.
a couple days out from the next event, maybe 16 Thunderbolt first.
Is that a map event?
Not a map event,
Okay.
but that's the next event.
Yeah, I think it's the.
Fairly certain that Thunderbolt's another ticket event. Boss tickets for prize pool balls.
I like that they, depending on what the conditions are, I like that they're going to be adding skip those
But they're going to have the ability to skip the
special boss.
special boss. Presumably, if you can play around with that, it's
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying too. Which
I'll actually do
might
them as opposed to ignoring them.
which I might your assistant that, depending on what the limitations are.
If you have the time, even if it takes you 2 runs or less,
It's still
worth
better.
it.
to lose anything.
It's just a time thing.
But it's a time.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why,
time.
That's why I never did them when they popped, even though I could one round them. 'Cause I have to manually fight to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, if this is going to keep popping
Yeah,
up.
you can't even go in and then just turn it on auto because the one cycle them you to
Right, you actually
actually
the
control.
actions to make sure like
Yeah.
things don't kill themselves attacking. And I think they're positioned right to take counterattacks.
So the
and
first,
they regularly use things like sway rather than use them when the moon is at the obtuse angle to the Sea of Japan.
Like one of the really important ones is just the amount of damage you get on those ones.
Yeah.
Like on one of them to get the completion. I think at the very first event, it's still leveling up stuff. Like I had to manually run to get the kill on the regular boss to be able to do like those auto.
Yeah.
By positioning the crossbow gun a specific distance to a boss and leaving everyone else out of that distance to make sure it attacks the crossbow gun by beating extra count.
so the first event,
Yeah.
I was able to, with auto, one round the special boss. I was never able to do that with the last one. Become gun.
今だブレイブキャノンで敵を撃つんだ
I do like that they're holding them. That's my favorite part of it.
そうはいくか
I'll protect you, oh god!
I like how that looked less like I'll protect you, more like one of them going, oh fuck me! You're on your own.
できね
Also, that may be the most overkill that we've seen in a while.
That's what I'm about to say in this game. Yeah, in this game. Like, we absolutely fucking gunbuster kicked some regular
Buster
trash.
kick some stuff. Be super tank and top and turn long and trash.
Was like the wave cannon or
We
something.
fired the wave motion gun,
Wave
large
motion gun.
trash. The Yamato. I mean, the most egregious is basically hitting someone with a drill the size of a from multiple universes.
Yep.
I mean, you say that. I will point out that the fully spec'd out Inazuma kick did do more damage than that.
素早い10年の間に
That is one of the few things in the entirety of the Super Robot Wars franchise that can actually do over 100,000 damage on a single unit.
To be fair, they can't exactly give the proper numbers for doing the actual Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann thing.
They have to pretend it's still a game.
Yes.
バカなこんなバカな
Pretty much once you get that, if this was like actual
You've
equivalent to
entered
the
an
series.
entirely different scale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you
I'm
wiped
just
out
saying that
every
within the
enemy.
mechanics of the game, it does less damage
Yes.
than the gunbuster kicking.
God, can you imagine if they did that and just wiped out everything on the field? Not just the enemies, everything
Everything.
on the field. You'd literally be able to never use it because you'd always kill yourself.
That's fine. You just shunt everyone on your team to another dimension.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yes.
Skurlock we're talking about.
Everything on the field itself.
It's basically like using a safer version of the.
Congratulations, you've wiped out all of the enemy forces in the universe. Also, the universe.
It was
Game
a-
over,
it-
you destroyed the Earth.
It was a very stark contrast from that game having us have Super Tank and Top and Gurren Lagann at the end, just meandering about one shot if ever felt like, and oh hey, here's 80 of the boss, have fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Relatively normal mission where you fight like a couple of bosses, and then Spiro's big, beast of creation form, then you're done, or the final
動き
boss,
さ
like
え止
80
め
of
て
them.
しまえばこちらの勝ち
Yeah.
だ
Like, it does start getting easier as you kill some of them. You do have to kill, like, 20. Some on, like, full status bosses.
Yep.
分かってる
We weren't fucking around and lost units in that fight.
Yep.
Yep.
オルガこっちは終わったよ
How many of you are going to die to Mazen Kaiser's weakest attack?
All of them? They're trash?
I was gonna say anything that
probably, yeah.
swings at him.
Literally any that choose to
Oh.
attack him.
Congratulations, you actually hit the broadside of a barn.
Only did 10 damage, but you actually hit.
It is worth noting that they are doing that 10 damage. Mazen Kaiser does not have any persist or wall
No,
or anything
no.
up. That's just what they can do to Mazen Kaiser.
Yeah, we will call that series accurate.
That'd be impossible. Mazen Kaiser's in the series.
I think they did eventually make an anime of Mazen Kaiser. He's just not originally from a series. He's originally from SRW.
Ah, okay.
I mean, it could be base Mazinger Z, and I'm pretty sure that would be series accurate. Nothing their standard guns can do are going to do shit to them.
Yes, but this isn't base Mazinger Z, this is Mazinger Kaiser. Totally different.
Yeah, so they did actually make a Mazen Kaiser OVA in like 2001.
Okay.
Ah, I didn't actually know Mazinger Kaiser was that old. Thought it was on a more recent edition.
Oh God, no.
I mean, it's not the stuff I've ever paid attention to. I've always been much more of a, I'm going to put quotes on this, real robot fan than Super Robot. And I put that because some of the real robot shows I watch, like, you are so fucking close to Super Robot with your bullshit. Like, Gundam 00 is definitely a real robot anime. And particles of bullshit.
Yeah, Mazen Kaiser first showed up in Super Robot Wars F Final for the Sega Saturn, released in 1998.
Jesus.
Now, Mazen Emperor G is extremely new. That actually was a new thing to V specifically.
Well, everybody's like, there has to be more to this plan than this. We just don't understand it yet. I was like, no, there's really nothing more to this plan. He's just gonna put his atoms into everybody else, and that's something world peace.
Yeah, he's melding himself into the Kajik field.
Lelouch has like the crazy Pepe Silvia wall. It can't be this simple. He can't just be an idiot. This can't be a glass onion situation.
Need to watch that again.
Very excited for the third one.
Yeah.
Do you have a date on that one?
I don't think we have a date yet still. I think it's supposed to be this year, yeah.
I hope so.
I don't usually go see things in theaters anymore, but I think it's theaters. I'll go see it.
December 12th.
Oh, nice.
December 12th for Wake Up Dead Man. But with that being said, that's going to go ahead and do it for us today here at Super Robot Sundays at Sound Gauntlet Gaming. Join us tomorrow as we continue our playthrough of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory on Digi Mondays. On Thursdays, we continue with more run through. Get this guy up because we're about to second here get the upgrade stuff. Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't want to accept
On Thursday, we'll be going over some more D&D 3.5 stuff, and then right back here next Sunday as we continue our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 30. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, everyone.